You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clock in. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Come on in, come on in. Oh, hold up. Somebody sending me a message, and I'm up here like, what? Oh, I can't even repeat what they done sent me in my doggone inbox. Lord have mercy. Anyway, happy Friday. Let me turn my mic on. My other mic. My mic. Okay, my other mic is on. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mario? What's up? Welcome to Friday Night Live. Lift this mic up some. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. But yes, welcome to Friday Night Live, everybody. Come on in. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. If you're on Facebook and haven't found us on YouTube yet, please make sure you roll on over to YouTube and subscribe to the Hood Table. That is DA Hood Table, the Hood Table. Facebook, YouTube, IG, Twitter, we everywhere. We everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. And y'all see my new photos? I got a couple of pair actually. These are actually for my reading. You know, when I want to read my books and stuff. And they work pretty good on the computer as well. Those are my new frames, you guys. I really like them. They're really cute. At least I think they are. And then I have my other pair. So I actually got two different pair. Two different styles. Two totally different styles. So I like them. I really, really, really do like them. But yes. I haven't had a pair of glasses in a long time. I used to wear glasses. I used to wear contacts, and then I had lost my glasses a long time ago, and kind of sort of was like, I don't need them bitches. I can see. I can see clearly now. The rain. I can see clear as hell now. Shoot, I thought I could see. You said you love the second player. Thank you. I like both of them. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, shoot, I put on my glasses today, and I was like, oh damn, I really got some eye issues going on here, but I feel a lot better now, a lot better. And I think the problem that made the situation that made my eyes worse was because, as most of y'all know, we've been doing a lot of overtime for ever since the Rona hit hard. You know, I work at an insurance company, so ever since the Rona hit hard, we've been doing overtime literally since like June, July, like overtime. Like it's past 6 months of overtime now that we've been doing, and we are just now finally caught up with work. So, and now I'm going to be needed in another department. I got to do the doggone phones. Our customer service department needs help now. They super duper behind because of the storms and all the power outages and people not being able to call their claims in or check on their checks or disability checks and funds and stuff. So now the customer service department is behind. So they talking about training us next week to do customer service, because I was trained before in the past, but it's been so long since I did it in the past. None of the people that came from our department to train in that department, none of us even remember the least bit what to do over there and all they different computer system and stuff. I can answer the phone and that's about it. This is Tanya. How may I help you? You know, shoot, I know how to act when I gotta get on the phone. I know how to talk. I can go from hood and slang to, professional, but I hate being on the phones. I absolutely hate it. And my supervisor knows I hate it. So he's like, I swear I won't have you on the phones too long. They got people that they're training. They're just waiting on the new people to get done with their training, so they can have, more help. But oh, I hate being on the phones, but it is whatever. I got a job and I got to be thankful that I got a job. But yeah, y'all know what time it is though. Now that I got that out the way, what y'all want to talk about tonight, because it is Friday Night Live. That means no talk, like it says across the bottom of the screen. And also support the channel if you like, the Hood Table 402 Cash App. But as y'all can see across the bottom of the screen, it says Friday Night Live, no topics off limit, no holds barred. That means we can talk about anything we want to, as long as it doesn't get me flagged on YouTube. I like my channel and I like to keep my channel. And I don't like having strikes. I haven't had a strike in a minute on my channel. Yeah, we YouTubers, we get strikes. We get our channels suspended, all that kind of stuff, just like on Facebook. If you get in trouble on Facebook, some of y'all be in Facebook jail all the time. I know somebody who got well, I can't talk about them for having many Facebook channels, because I got many Facebook channels too, because I used to get in trouble on Facebook all the time. I got 4 Facebook channels or 4 Facebook pages. I'm saying channels like YouTube. But yeah, just like on Facebook, YouTubers get in trouble big time, sometimes for our content or what we say or share or do. So yeah, so basically on Friday Night Live, we can discuss mainly anything from the hood to the White House, any type of topics, relationships, hood news, world news, TV shows, celebrities. I mean, we can talk about all kind of shit. Hey, yeah, Mario, I do want to talk about that. Matter of fact, let me pull up the information right now, because I did save it on my computer earlier. So I do want to talk about that because man. Mm, mm, mm. Whew, I am, boy. You have caught. Let me, man, see. I hate when I turn on a video and they gotta, turn to a website and they got a video that comes on right away with their advertisement, and all I want to do is just read the article. But let me see. Let's see if I can skip it. Okay, I can skip it. It's letting me skip it. So let me share, you guys. $10,000 light bills in Texas. Ouch! Ouch! How they got $10,000 light bill? And who got a $10,000 light bill in Texas and they ain't had their lights on all week? I hope that ain't no resident. But yeah, we gonna get to that too. But yeah, if anybody wants to jump on the stream, jump on the link. Let me and also we doing a giveaway tonight. All the people who are members of the Hood Table. Members being that you pay $1.99, that you hit the join button next to the subscribe button to become a member. So we do have, the members do get special privileges. Once a month we do a little giveaway. I do other things as well for the entire platform, but that's just something that I do separately for the members, to show their appreciation for donating on a regular basis, on a month-to-month basis. They're $1.99, which isn't a lot. So if anybody else wants to join and become a member of the Hood Table, just click the link. Click the join button. But I'm going to share this link just in case anybody wants to actually jump on the screen. If anybody wants to actually jump on the screen with me, because we can have up to 10. Sorry, I'm looking over to the side because I'm trying to click this. Oh, copy and paste. Okay, let's see. Backspace. And thanks everybody who's liked the video on Facebook and who's liked the video on YouTube. Thank you. And share the live out if you want, so we can get some more company up in here. Feel free to share the live out. Okay, I just dropped the link. And let me drop it. I'm going to drop it on Facebook too, because we are live on Facebook. You know, sometimes I go live on Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time. So depending on what kind of show we doing. But most of the time I'm just going live on YouTube. So, okay. Hey, Deborah. Sorry, y'all, if I'm I literally just started sniffling. I hate having stuffy nose or having nasal issues. I feel like a little kid. You know that little kid that runs around with their nose running all the time. Like, go blow your nose. Go ask your mama for some tissue, god dang it. Okay, let me share. Okay, the first topic tonight is going to be, and I'm going to share this screen. Let's see. Channel 6. Channel 6 News. Let me make the screen bigger so you guys can see it.
News. Disturbing new details tonight involving the arrest of a former school security guard.
He is now in jail, accused of sexual assault of a child, and the alleged crimes took place inside the high school. Ronald Powell is 52. He worked at Omaha North for about a year and a half. He was fired in August of 2016 for repeatedly violating district policy, but was allowed to volunteer as a coach at Bryan High School until January of this year, when these allegations came out. According to court documents, Powell is accused of regularly having sex with a student starting in 2015. At the time, the girl was 15 years old.
The victim came forward with her story years later in college to keep it from happening to any other girls. Powell is facing 2 charges of first-degree sexual assault of a child.
Tonight, Omaha police say they believe Powell groomed young girls by promising to help them get a college scholarship. They fear there may be other victims who have not come forward. They add that reporting a sexual assault can be a traumatic experience, but you can report any incident by calling 911.
Okay. So, that's the latest breaking news in our hood. Hey, Miss Sislo. Hey, love. How you doing?
Hey, Sugarfoot.
Oh, I just saw your message in the private chat. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to make a run real quick to the store, and then I'll be right back. Okay. I ain't going to miss you tonight, baby. And
all right. Do y'all got snow out there?
Girl. Yeah. Honey, yes.
Okay. But well, try safe.
you know my situations with my health, so sometimes I have flare-ups and they get pretty bad. So, it makes it hard, and
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Honey, I'm digging that.
Oh,
shake it for me one time, girl.
No, it looks like a few pieces was sticking up, so I'm trying to
it looks pretty.
Relax it. Thank you.
Oh, I ain't got it.
I had to go switch up the texture, the color, and the style, y'all.
Can't nobody do it. Girl, I can't wait to wear my shirt. Okay.
I know.
I am. Oh my God. And I got me some. They are not Chucks. They're Charles.
I'm sure they still cute. I'm sure they still cute.
I'm ready to bling them the heck out. I got me and my sister up here. I'm gonna bling them out.
Oh yeah. Do that. I know somebody here who does that. I keep telling her to hit me up because I want to bring her on the show because she does amazing bling artwork on sneakers, hats, shirts, jeans, glasses, cups, everything you name it. This lady here, she's the bomb.
Oh wow.
She's the bomb. Yeah.
So
but yeah.
All right. But I'll be back. So
okay.
Don't have all the good conversations with her.
I won't, I promise, and make sure you come back so you can chit chat with us because there's some things I want to discuss with you too.
No,
just about, news and TV shows and things like that.
Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble.
I'm just asking.
No, because if you was, I put your ass in the corner.
I am on my screen. I am in the corner, and the lower bottom part of it.
Yeah, I'm about to put you in the lower bottom corner.
Girl, I'm digging how you can share on here now. You can share.
I know.
Oh, grow up.
StreamYard trying to come up. StreamYard is trying to come up.
Moving on up
to the east side. Come on.
Don't be out singing me. To the apartment in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Go with that strong alto, girl. You better go with that strong.
Yeah, that's about all I got is a strong alto.
You got a strong.
Don't let me get out of that tenor, though, because I can do that tenor, too.
Oh, yeah, you got a nice tenor.
So second soprano, first alto, second alto, tenor. Yeah.
Where's my future ex-husband?
I don't know. Hopefully he'll click on the link later in the show. I know he missed us last week. What's up, Mario?
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, Mr. Eccles.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. I saw you had commented in the post about that person at the one who had sexually assaulted the high school kid.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Hey,
it was. What's up, DJ Clayton?
Bixby, how you doing, sugar?
Now y'all know up to 10 people can get on the screen. Miss Sislo about to make a store run. I don't know what she purchasing, but she gonna make a quick store run.
I'm going to try to get my future income.
Okay.
Lottery ticket.
Your future lottery ticket? Okay. Well, just give me like 100 if you win, like 100, so I can pay my light bill.
Listen, let me tell you something. And I speak this honest and true and from my heart. If I ever become a multi-millionaire, you will be amongst the first to be a millionaire.
Oh, shit.
Right. If I ever, and I mean mark my word, you wouldn't even have to say nothing. You wouldn't even have to say, you just wake up and one day your account will be fat. I mean that.
Oh, shit.
Yep. I've got 5 people that are not blood related to me that I would do that for. Only 5.
Oh, snap. I feel so loved right now.
And every one of my kids and my grandkids will be sad. And then I'm going to invest and enjoy my life.
Oh, my goodness. I feel so loved.
But there are 5 people that are not related. And they're going to be either single mothers or single fathers. Because a lot of people do not know that I love a step-up father. I love a stand-up dad. Mm-hmm. I respect single mothers because I'm one of them. But there are 5 people in my life that I want to see have a positive change. But the only thing that I ask, you don't have to be equally considerate, but I just want you to be considerate. Say, for instance, if you own your home and one of the first things,
I think that was Mario who got a TV or something. I can hear it playing. So I muted you for a second, Mario. But go ahead, Miss Sislo.
Say, like, if you own your home and if you were to become a millionaire, the only thing that I asked that you would do was to bless somebody with your home.
Absolutely.
Or with your car. Or it doesn't have to be the house. It could be, you can get your kids your house, but bless a single mother that's
bless those. I'll be out here.
Forward. You don't have to
be like Pimp Tanya, because I'll be out here giving out money to my favorite charities, shelters, children, centers,
Well, you do
friends, family.
because
Just long as I don't go broke.
it's a gift to you. I
Right.
wouldn't expect for you to contribute above that because it was a gift to you. But I would want you to first invest in something that's going to keep your money coming.
Oh, you already know what I'm going to
There.
invest in. You already know what I'm
Yeah.
investing.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah. Like the
As
young
soon
man.
as soon as it's safe to the CBD 19 and all that kind of stuff, the first thing I would do is get my new building
Yep.
for the cake business, for my personal cakes, personalized cakes.
Let me tell you my vision. I'm gonna tell it to you. But you ever seen the movie Pancake Time?
And hey Lynette, hey boo, welcome to the live.
The guys on the panel probably seen it before. It's the
She just jumped off.
It's the Imitation of Life.
Oh yeah,
Mario, the one with the Pancake Time. So she has in the thing there's a front window, like a showcase window in the front of the store, the front of the restaurant, and she cooks and people watch her flip the pancakes. And I've always wanted a store where I could stand in the window like that and decorate the cakes. So people outside,
that'll be fun.
Business.
Yes, and Mario be cooking too.
See, there you go, Mario.
He do.
Never know.
My thing.
You never know.
Sure.
God might bless you too. Never know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, whoever makes it there first, hey, count me in. I'll work beside you. I'll help decorate. But yeah, hey Lynette, welcome to the live, Lynette.
Hi Lynette.
Hello.
I'm gonna fall back. I'll be back shortly.
Okay, come back when you come back from the store.
It's mine.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody who's jumped on the stream. We can get up to 10 people up here on the screen. So if anybody else wants to hit that link in the chat to jump on the stream, feel free. Thanks for jumping up here with me and keeping me company, Mario and Lynette. I know one of the topics that I wanted to get to was about that doggone security guard. What the hell do y'all think about that?
You know what's funny about that is the way that the girl explained it. The girl explained it as if they was in a full-blown relationship for all that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what was crazy to me. And she didn't want to say anything and to not get him in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, how is this man at this school for 2 years with this girl and nobody ain't noticed them going all the way up? Now, I've been in North upstairs to that third floor. You got to go past some classrooms to see you and this girl going up to this book room called book closet or whatever it was.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Hawk. You know, where do I want to start? I was in a similar situation as a young teenage girl with an older guy, and my parents didn't know. And I, being very young-minded, small-minded, impressionable, naive, really thinking this guy, if you ever been in that situation as a female, a young girl, guys buying you all these gifts, expensive gifts.
It was the
money.
Infatuation of being with an older person.
Right. And I'm really thinking this money, you know what I'm saying? Even though we couldn't let everybody know. And when it got found out, it was a whole heap of a mess. Hey, Lena Boo, how you doing, love? And that's my guy sis. She knows exactly what I'm referring to. When I was in high school and I was messing with this older guy. When my mother found out, it was a hot mess, but nothing ever got done because I never said anything as far as how far we went. He never said anything. What should have happened? Yeah, he should have got locked up. He should have. And I really wish you know, I had been a little bit smarter back then, but then the teenager, you know, in the case of a teenager, you're so naive. It's not really being smarter, but you're not mentally capable of making such decisions. You know what I mean? Especially if
Mm-hmm.
that person has a way with children, like the way they say he would groom the girls. I was definitely groomed. Definitely groomed. And then when it happened, it like happened out of nowhere. I'm like, oh damn, I done lost my virginity. You know, and I'm like, shit. You know, and I told my god sisters, and you know, nobody really knew but a handful of people. And we was all like, damn, did this shit just happen? But I am glad that somebody found out and somebody went and snitched on us and it got stopped. So in a way, I can understand, you know, as a 15, 14-year-old girl dealing with a grown ass man who knows better. But that's what
True.
I want to say on that part. But it doesn't excuse the situation at all. Or, you know,
Yeah, he deserved what he's gonna get, but it is the way that she explained it and the way that she was talking about it almost sounded like she was trying to be vindictive. Now I guess she's in college, but you
uh-huh.
should have came out with that when it first happened. You
Mhm.
knew that man was in his 40s. He's
Mhm.
52 now. He would have to be in his mid 40s, 18 years old.
Mhm. Yep. And I
So
don't
yeah,
know what
it
really
should have
made
been.
her come out. I don't really know what really made her come out because again, I didn't say anything. You know, if I knew what it's hard when you're young and you feel like you are part of the blame. Like you just naturally feel like I was in it too. It wasn't like he raped me. I was in this
And see,
relationship with him, you know.
that's what it sounds like, and that's what I think that his defense team is going to argue because the way she put it out there was that they was in a full blown relationship. They done went
Yep.
to the hotel, they done went out, and he done got her plan B, done got her an abortion and all. Like they was in a full blown relationship, and even though you know you under the age of 18, you can't give consensual according to the law to have consensual sex with somebody over the age of 18 and
Hmm.
you under 18. But
Right.
I think that's what they gonna argue was that they was in a full blown relationship.
Right. And I'm glad I didn't get pregnant because this man tried very hard to get me to make him to allow him to have sex with me without protection. But I might have been young, but I knew that if I came home with a baby, my mama would beat me with a broomstick all the way out the house down the street and then change the locks on
Okay.
me. So that was one thing I didn't allow him to do. He kept begging me to tell my parents to put me on a birth control. But my mother was so super religious. Birth control to her was basically giving me permission to, you know, even though kids gonna do it anyway, you know, if we want to, we gonna do it anyway. But it was kind of her way of saying, okay, I'm religious and everything, but I'm gonna let my daughter, you know, commit fornication and make it safer for her, you know. So she wasn't down with that. So I already knew not to even ask. So I was like, now, no, you gotta strap up, bro. You know. But one thing also, Mario and Lynette, step in anytime you want to step in, homegirl. But one thing also, he had already had prior charges, right?
Wow. I'm looking
I
at it
think
now.
so.
And that's my thing. That's what alarmed me because he had prior charges. So how the hell did he get a job in the school in the first place?
But see
Wow.
here, and here's the funny thing too, and this is the reason why that girl family should sue OPS because
Yeah. Yeah, it goes
they
over.
knew about this 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
They've been investigating for like 3 years, and let y'all still allowed this man to coach at Bryan. He's been coaching at Bryan since January of last year. They
Right.
just let him stop him from coaching this year.
Right. Right. And that's crazy because they knew for that long, but they said it didn't come. They said, okay, what they saying is the charges came after the girl who was in college now in another state came forward in 2019, so 2 years ago. And then it led investigators to evidence in December of 2020, which was a few months ago. But they said the district made poor judgments He got fired because he made a poor judgment of taking photographs with students with his and giving females his phone number. So that's why he got fired. But I had
And that
heard
should
that
have been
he
a
had
red
other
flag right
charges.
there.
Right. That was a red flag, and they should have done an investigation there as well. Because if he's giving all these females his phone number, who knows how many other females? And I'm glad they put that message out there. If you or anybody else has been assaulted by this man, please come forward.
Wow.
Please come forward, because I can bet almost every dollar in my bank account that he done it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I could be wrong, but come on now. They said that he was grooming the girls in the school, offering them different
Mm-hmm.
things, telling them that he could get them into college on scholarships. But you what was he, a janitor? What was he
He started as a security guard.
as a
No, he was a
security guard,
coach.
right?
He started.
Yeah.
He got hired as a coach, and then he transferred into security.
Uh-huh.
And then they let
Yeah.
him go because of the pictures and stuff he was taking and giving the little girls his number. They let him go, but they allowed him to come back as a volunteer coach to work at Bryan High School.
Mm-hmm. And then he said when he met with authorities in January this year, he said he never had any inappropriate relationships with any students because he was married at the time.
Hmm.
Like, as if married people don't cheat on their spouses. That's his defense. That's his defense.
Now you know I'm a biker. I got some stories about the.
I would love for you to tell me something one day.
I wrote a book. I just ain't published it. It's called
What?
Scandal ONE, the biker set. Yes.
What?
That book is sitting right now in my closet. I ain't published it.
Why you ain't, man? You need to get on that, because I'll be the first one to buy a book. Sure, I've been reviewed it on the hood table.
Mind you, I've been on the biker set really since I've been 5 years old. My grandmother was a biker.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Hogg, he's 52 now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of stuff, but when I joined the club, I've seen some stuff. Oh my God. We went out of town one year, and it was some stuff going on in this hotel room with different women in different clubs. And I said, okay, yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
That's one reason why I never. That's one reason why I never thought about joining a biker club, because I know somebody in a biker club, and I done heard some stories. I know somebody who left a biker club here locally because of some things that was going on with switching and what do you call it? What do you call it? Like Will Smith and Jada swinging. Yeah, different things like that, and just all kind of things that you have to like kind of agree to, even if you got a man in there. I don't know. It's just hearsay, so I ain't making no allegations.
Now wait a minute though. Now see the part you talking about, like you gotta agree to. Those are the outlaw clubs.
Okay, and thank you, DJ Clayton, for the super chat.
When you in an outlaw club, if you're a woman, you don't wear like a regular patch. Your patch says property of whatever dude it is that brought you in. And then some of them say property of the club's name. So if you property of and your dude name is there, then can't nobody come at you. No dude can talk to you, nothing. You have at all. But if it says property of and just the club's name, that means that them men in that club can do whatever.
And that's the stories. Yeah. I heard some really wild stories. Now, maybe in my next lifetime, that might be a fantasy of mine. I got some fantasies that I haven't acted out yet, but I got a bucket list. But Hey.
No judgment at all.
We all grown, right? We all hey. But yeah. To answer Miss Hall's question, he is 52 now. He was he started messing with her in 2015.
15 it was.
15,
Yeah,
15.
2015. And she got
Yeah.
pregnant in 2017. And then I think she went to college like a little while after that. And so they must have broke off, while she was away. And even though, like Mario said, they might have been in a relationship, she did say basically she was trying to keep him from getting out of trouble because she felt like they were in a whole relationship and not that he was just some predator. But I am glad that she finally, sometimes it takes people getting older and realizing that wasn't right.
Right.
Just realizing that person was really a creep. He was really a
Yep.
monster. He's a snake. He's a, you know what I'm saying? And then they start thinking about it and contemplating, should I say something? Should I not? But,
Right.
I'm glad that she did end up saying something because you never know, again, how many people he done messed with in school.
And it
And I would
probably
be so
really,
embarrassed if I was
That
the
why
wife. If he's still
it
married,
probably
I'd be
really
so
bothered her
embarrassed.
too.
If I was the wife, I'd be like,
and
oh,
that's
God, I'd
what
be
I
running down
said.
to the
I said
divorce court.
that's
What
why I
you say,
said if
Lynette?
that had been my daughter.
It probably really bothered her. Really bothered her. And she
Mm-hmm.
probably tried to normalize it, and it just, that's the only thing I can think of. As a youth, I was kind of a victim of something like this too. And
Yeah.
that man's deceased now, so I don't, but
Yeah.
I don't know who,
I don't
but
know where my predator is. I have no idea where the hell he is. And it's funny, Omaha ain't that big, and I ain't seen his ass since like then. So I don't know. But if I
yeah.
ever did see him, I'll be like, you remember me?
And I know they won't. He won't look you in the eye. I know
Pervert.
that much.
You nasty old pervert.
Yep. And it's
And
sad because we try to
you gotta
normalize
think
it
about it
and
too.
blame
That girl,
ourselves. And
that girl was 15
probably,
years old. He probably had her
yeah.
thinking that she was a queen of the world, had her manipulated and everything.
That's how it was for me. When I
And
say
this,
I was getting expensive gifts, and I'm thinking I'm in high school showing my girlfriend, showing me, girl, look what he bought me today. Girl, look how much
yeah.
money he got me today. Girl, look at these new shoes. Girl, nails, hair. I mean, I was being treated like a whole grown ass woman.
Right.
And it was, and I had difficulties. I had issues going on at home. So a lot of those issues going on at home kind of helped push me toward this person that I shouldn't have been with in the first place. And that does happen a lot in homes. And I'm not saying that's the case for that 15-year-old girl here at North High, but sometimes that is the case. Like you have these issues at home and you just need an outlet, and somebody's showing you all that attention and all that so-called fake love. You know what I mean? You sometimes you just overlook what's really there, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Hall, she said in the chat, old dirty men. DJ Clay said he probably live in Council Bluffs. Tiny. Oh, my predator. He probably do. But DJ Clayton, as far as your comments, Mario, he said he stayed away from the extracurricular stuff while being a biker. I knew how to separate myself. So DJ, you're no longer a biker at all? I thought you were still biking. I know you had moved out of town from the bike club that you belong to here, but I thought he was still. I don't know.
You right. You got it. He's right. You got to separate. You got to separate yourself from all the extra that be going on the biker set. Like I'm married, so when I joined, it was me by myself, and it was coming from every angle. I'm like, some of y'all, didn't my club brother just fuck you the other day? Why would you come at me? But then my wife joined the club, so we go together. We go to the clubhouse together. We go out together. I ain't got nothing. I ain't finna get in the middle of that. I've been married for almost.
So how does that work though?
My marriage.
But how does that work though, Mario?
With my wife
Like
being in the
okay,
club?
you were single. Yeah, you were single at first, and then you got married. So do they kind of push you
Yeah.
to have your spouse join, or do you just ask your spouse, do they want to join, or was she
No.
interested in joining already, or?
Now, see, we was married beforehand, before I
Oh, okay.
joined the club. But how it's not that most. Well, let me go back to when a lot of them started. When they started the motorcycle clubs, they only wanted the women they was messing around with on the side to be members of the club.
I can
But now
imagine that.
today, some men today, they want their wife to join the club because it's something that they can do together. But like my
Right.
wife, she's in a different club.
Okay.
I'm in Los Diablos. She's in Exclusive Platinum. So,
Is your wife in the club with my homegirl?
Who?
Your
Caprica?
wife in the club with my homegirl? I told you her name before. What the hell is her name?
Redbone?
Redbone. Yeah, Redbone.
Redbone. Yeah, they in the same club.
Okay. Yeah, me and
We
her go
all
all the way
started in the
back. We
same
go back
club.
to the projects, boy. We go all the way back. That's my homegirl.
Yeah, she cool. Her and my wife is real close.
Yeah, she real cool. We've been friends for a long time. Hey, Melissa. But yeah. But yeah, as far as that security guard, I pray that he hasn't messed with any other young girls from the school, but or hell, even young boys. But because they can be versatile. But perverts are perverts. Sometimes. They're just perverts. But I hope that he hasn't harmed or touched anybody else. But it's gonna come out. Because now that it's out, sometimes it takes one person saying something, just like the Harveys, the Bills,
Yep.
the Shells, and every other predator in history, locally, nationally, well known. It takes one person to come out, and I just hate how
But wait a
like.
minute,
Go ahead.
they ain't reported about the girl in the drill team yet. But she got $1
Huh?
million bond right now. She got there was a girl
Hold
on
on,
one of the drill
hold
teams.
on.
They ain't even
What happened?
listen. I'm gonna tell you, I read because we was talking about it. The dude, this Randall Powell dude, Ronald Powell, whatever his name is. It was in the Omaha scanner. So then some chick got it in there. I'll talk about they ain't talking about this Brittany Bates chick yet. They ain't reported on her yet. So I went and looked it up. She got
Let me look.
20 counts of first-degree sexual assault, and they said that she was one of the coaches in the drill team, and when the girls used to spend the night over her house, she would molest them.
Oh,
And
I'm
one of
looking
the
at it
girls
now.
came out. They ain't reported nothing on it. You have to go to inmate. I'm gonna have to go and pull it up on my Omaha scanner. But if you pull up Omaha scanner up under that Randall dude post, look under the Nika people. She got all the information. That girl on
So
$1 million
she from
bond.
Omaha.
Yes, it was one of the Omaha drill teams. I don't know which one it was, but she was always volunteering. The girls stay over there. If they had a late practice, they'd all be over there. But come to find out, she was molesting them girls. And then one of the girls came forward, and then the rest of the girls came forward, and she got 20-something counts of first-degree sexual assault.
What? Are you serious? And this is in Omaha.
This in Omaha.
Now, why the hell we ain't heard about this? Is it because she's a female?
I don't know what
you
it is,
know,
because that's what the nigga. That's what she was talking about in the Omaha scanner. Is y'all. She said, she glad that the dude got caught and they talked about it, but they ain't heard nothing about this girl. She $1 million bond, 20 counts, and ain't nobody heard nothing. They ain't reported nothing in the news on it. Ain't been no newspaper article. You literally have to go into inmate match and find her name. It's crazy to see what she in jail for. But when it
I
all
am
came out, they
shocked.
was blasting her on Facebook.
I am shocked, and she's from here in Omaha, and I haven't heard nor hide nor hear. I ain't seen nothing. Wow.
I know what I'm saying. It ain't been on no type of news. They didn't say they arrested her or none of that. The parents and some of the sisters of the little girls is the one who put it out there about what she did.
Wow. Man, if anybody knows any more details on this, please hit me up. Hit me up on Facebook, The Hood Table, on IG, The Hood Table. Hit me up somewhere. Comment under the video, something. Because this don't make no sense. And I ain't heard about it.
Yes.
Because you
I'm
know if I
telling you,
would have
I
heard
don't
about it,
know
I
what
would have
they.
brought it to the table.
Yes, I thought that they would have. I think it might be something going on with her lawyers. Her lawyers is doing something to keep it out of wraps like that. But yeah, she did some off the wall mess to them little girls. And I guess that last little girl she messed with was not having it. She told her mama, and it was on. They arrested her and she got like 20 counts.
This is in Omaha recently.
Damn, I want that story,
It
man. Like,
happened.
you know what? I'm gonna hit up Robert. I'm gonna hit up Robert. You know Robert Wagner, right?
I'm gonna see if I can find it and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please do. And I'm gonna hit up Robert Wagner.
Know something about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up because he always tagged me. He tagged me in the shit with this security guard who was sexually assaulting the high school girls. He the one who tagged me in that. But yeah, Robert always be tagging me and stuff. So I'm gonna see if he
That goes to show you how it ain't been publicized as much as it as like this security guard dude. You would have thought with all them girls that she molested, and especially how high her bond was, that the news would have said something about it. She on a $1 million bond, but she can't even get out. They got her on a hold.
Is she Caucasian?
She looked like she light skin or mixed. That's what she looked like. Because I'm looking at her. I saw her picture, but when I clicked to go to the link to try to get the story, it took me to some random. It took me to. Okay, it says Daily Telegraph, Brittany. No, maybe that's a different. Yeah, I think that isn't even the right story. I think that's a different Brittany Bates. But y'all remember how much money that old boy needed to get out of jail? The one who's running for what was he running for here locally?
City
Senator?
council.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, they gave him $1 million bond for that 15-year-old girl.
Wow.
And he was all over the news from here to other countries.
Exactly. But you look at why he was on the news though, because he was against everything what they was doing downtown. The mayor, the chief, he was all out in the public eye. So I knew eventually they was going to try to do something to, and like I told him, it has all been founded that he ain't do nothing to this little girl. So it's all been founded, but now they done damaged your character. Ain't nobody gonna vote for you because your character is already damaged. I said they set out to do exactly what they wanted to do because he's outspoken and he's a black male. So and he knew that if he got in office, he could change some stuff going on in this city.
And you know, we had spoke about it on the Hood Table, his situation, and I never ever what I want to say, condemned him of it, because I always said whenever we talk to him, allegedly, I don't know what this man did or didn't do, allegedly, because as far as I'm concerned, even if it seems like somebody done did all kind of shit, without till a trial comes, until a jury or judge, hands down a sentence, I always be like, allegedly. So, if he really didn't do anything to that girl, really didn't, then I hope that he'll be able to get some type of support from the community still, because there are a lot of people who still support him now. So maybe the ones
Yeah.
who have turned their backs on him might come back. Even though I heard him on that. Remember the show he did in his house when he got out of jail, when he finally
Uh-huh.
bonded out. And he said, those of y'all who stabbed me in the back or who spoke bad on me or don't believe me, he said, don't say nothing to me. Don't. So, but that's how I be sometimes. I'm like, when it comes to sensitive subjects like child predators, it's kind of hard to just look away or just be like, oh, that's my dog. I know he didn't do it. I mean, because you don't know people.
No. Right. Not funny, but it's true.
It's true. It's true. What Elaine say? She
Uh-huh.
said, that's right, me. They always try and castrate black men. Oh yeah, she's talking about talking to Mario. They always try and castrate black men and ruin their reputation. They know exactly what they. Yeah, they always try to bring you down when they see you doing something good. If your head get too big, or not necessarily your head get too big, but your platform get too big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, see,
they
because
try to bring
we
you
got a
down.
black man running for mayor too.
Oh yeah, and guess
Running for
what?
mayor.
Guess what?
It got a scandal with him too, but he got ahead of it. He got the girls.
See,
Evidently, they done found some girls talking about sexual harassment, and so he done called Steve Wilkos, and the girls won't even come on the show.
he's going to be on our show Sunday night.
Good, because he's a good candidate. He got my vote for mayor. I told him, I said I was going to do some rallies for him and everything.
Yes, he's going to be. We're going to have him on the Hood Table Sunday night, and we're going to get a chance to interview him and ask him questions because I am excited to see somebody who looks like me running for mayor because I am so sick and tired of Mean Jean. I'm so sick and tired of her. I wish she just finds some
Oh my God.
girl. Just go somewhere and get some blankets. Just take care of your grandkids. Just go somewhere and sit down and retire. I'm serious though.
I know. She's doing doing the most for real.
And the other guy did y'all tune into the town hall meeting that was on Zoom the other night? We got an invite, and we did discuss some of the topics that they discussed last night. After the Zoom was over, we jumped on our own channel and spoke about it last night. I don't know if y'all tuned in, but that guy, I never heard of him before, the white guy who's running against Gene. I never heard of him before, but we are going to try to reach out to him and get him also on here. Because what I want to do, Mario and Lynette, I want to have a debate on the Hood Table.
Okay.
These people who's running for mayor, white, black, Creole, Mexican, I don't care who they are. I would like to have them on the Hood Table.
Oh yeah. I need to be. I need to make sure I'm on that one. So I got a lot of questions.
Yes, you can help me. You can help me.
Everything
You can be like the what do you call it, the mediator, and you can help ask questions. Yeah,
yeah,
all that.
Yeah,
so me and hey, sociologist Sandy, what's up? What's going on? Sociologist Sandy has an awesome channel. You guys, make sure you subscribe to her channel. Go over to her channel. Everybody, all the YouTubers who are in the chat tonight, I know I get a lot of support from a lot of people, and a lot of times I just tell people to drop their links. If you can go to your channels, copy your links, drop them in the chat, please, so that people can find you on YouTube. Melissa King, she's also in the chat. This lady right here does a lot of videos on finances, budgeting, taxes, how to get more bang for your dollar, especially if you're an LLC, an entrepreneur, how to get more money back, how to pay less taxes back, things like that. And I've been learning a lot of stuff because, the Hood Table is a LLC. It's not just a YouTube channel or a Facebook page. It is actually a BizNaive. So I be learning a lot of stuff, like what I can write off, like my LLC fees every month. And they are coming up again this year. My internet fee, my big lights that I have, my new microphone, my everything, my new computer, this computer that cost $600 that I bought 3 months ago, all kind of different things I could put on there on my taxes. So I learned all kind of stuff on her platform. So yeah, but I'm trying to see, was there anybody else in here with a channel? I think that was everybody. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any other content creators in here. Uh, yeah, I don't think I've seen any other content creators in here. But yeah, if there's any content creators in here, here's your moment. Here's your moment. Miss Sislo, she's back. You know to drop your link too, Miss Sislo. She is an awesome YouTuber as well, and she keeps us up to date on that man with all them wives and what's his name, Miss Sislo?
Dog.
Aha! His name is Nature Boy. And if y'all ain't never heard of Nature Boy, he is a real live cult leader. Real live black cult leader named
What?
Nature Boy. Yes, y'all ain't heard about Nature Boy?
Google him now.
Google. Girl, you gonna find out all kind of information when you Google Nature Boy. Trust me. But Miss Sislo be keeping us updated on Nature Boy and everything that's going on. All the women that he done got pregnant and lost babies, all the people they be doing all kind of nasty stuff. Got diseases and the herpes and all kind of stuff. It's like a nation of just nastiness. Just ugh. Mm-mm.
So that's another reference.
Yes, but it's a real life. And see, Mario, I had told Miss Sislo, I said, I can almost guarantee that's where Tyler got that idea from. I mean, of course, there's been prior cult leaders and, you know, the people who drank the Kool-Aid, that all died. But this is something that, I mean, but for real, this is something, this Nature Boy, he's been doing this for how long, Miss Sislo? Like 10 years?
About 5 years.
5 years?
On social media. But I don't know how long he's been doing it overall. But he's been abusive. For years.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it. For the people who don't know, tell us a little bit about the man or his background.
Okay, well, he's a 38-year-old man that originated from New Jersey. He was orphaned at a very young age, in and out of the penal system, in more ways than one penal. But he's been in and out of jail. He was a barber, an exotic a stripper. He's also gay for pay.
Yep.
Gay for pay, and he has this fascination with trans women. And now he has taken up the identity of a spiritual guru / AKA Messiah. He says that he's the Messiah, the messenger. He's God, and he is also polygamous. And
this is real life, y'all. This is real life.
Right.
Okay.
He believes that he's a physical disciplinarian to those that are beneath him, which is to him everybody. He's been physically abusive to his past wives even before he began this quote unquote spiritual journey. He beat his first wife to the point that she was unrecognizable. He beat his youngest child's mother. And she was oh my God, he beat that girl so bad. She was about 19, I think, when she went over there. She just had her 24th birthday a day or two ago. And she has a 2-year-old child by him. And she fled the cult. Also, Tanisha, who is also known as Malia, she's a 22-year-old female that hailed from Louisiana. I'm trying not to tear up on this one, y'all.
Yeah, because some of the situations are really sad. Really sad.
He beat this baby so bad. She now suffers from liver failure and congestive heart failure.
And sometimes he would beat them on the show, right? Like live.
On the camera.
Yeah, on camera.
And the sad part about it, y'all, is that people actually support this man. Sends him money, gets on there and tell them that's what they should have got. That's what they need. He need to, oh my God, it's just awful. It's terribly unbelievable how he gets away with it. He's been reported. Right. He's been jailed for this stuff, everything, but he continues to get away with it. He's been exiled from Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Honduras,
and Hawaii too, right? No, they weren't allowed in Hawaii. I think
Hawaii, they got ousted from Hawaii.
Yeah,
they got exiled.
Yep,
from Hawaii. He has he takes their income, their total. You have to come with something.
Yeah, your whole bank account, everything.
Yes, everything. You turn your bank cards over, EBT cards, whatever you have, you turn it over. You have to denounce your family, denounce your relatives, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so
people that left their kids,
left their children. I mean, and then they come there and they have to bow to him. I mean, he makes them kiss their feet and everything else. And every woman that goes there, her initiation into the cult is that she has to have sex with him. Yeah. He demands sex, anal, oral, vaginal,
all three.
Multiples. Whatever he says, you have to do it. And if you don't agree to it or participate in it willingly, you are beaten into submission. If you go back through the videos, the content creator, The T, is an excellent source of video history when it comes to documenting this man's videographies on his content, and it's in chronological order, most of it. So you can go back and just sit back. It would take you months to just catch up on how
the matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link to the T. I'm gonna drop the link.
The T, and I said, I was gonna start sending her donations because she is like, that's how we keep up with everything with her.
Yeah, Miss Sislo, I'm about to drop your link too.
I appreciate it.
Because Miss Sislo, Miss Sislo discuss other things too. There are some content creators who are like their whole channel is almost entirely focused on I always say Nature Boy. But Miss Sislo talks about other things as well. She talks about a lot of different things, but she do keep us updated with the Nature Boy saga. But yeah, so those 2 links that I just dropped, you can check out both of them for Nature Boy T.
And a baby girl, Zoka, lost her baby.
Yeah, I heard about that.
She was stillborn. And now here's the thing. He don't allow them to have prenatal care and all that kind of thing. They're supposed to do everything naturally and organically. So she didn't have any prenatal care or whatever. Uh-huh. And her baby's the cord was wrapped around her neck.
And that's crazy how he won't allow them to have medical care. That is crazy.
No, but then he had an abscess and he went to the doctor and got a root canal. Come on, somebody. He got a root canal, not an extraction. He got a root canal to say that too.
So is that because he just basically feels like women, because they be trying to act like they living like off the land or living like they used to in the old days. So it's just like part of that, like you're pregnant and we're gonna handle this on our own. You're gonna have a baby at home. They didn't go to the doctors, back in the day a lot. Is that like his mindset on that?
Is control. Period.
Yeah, like Lena just said. Lena just said in the chat.
He's the king. He's the king. And that's the way he feels like. He feels like he's entitled to whatever because he is almighty king or whatever, but he deserves hell with brimstone drawers on. I'm trying to tell you. I have no respect for that person. None.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either.
I
Sometimes I try to watch him, but he just disgusts me. And then the way he went, like as far as his outward appearance, like when I saw him for the first time years and years ago, when he used to dance, and because he used to be a stripper, right? A male stripper, and he was so like nice body built, and I mean, head full of. He just looks he looks just so sickly now, like. And I heard allegedly that they got all kind of diseases over there because they all having sex, sex.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Like he be having people come into the cult, and I'm sure they don't be doing like no tests to see if they have anything. So they just people. If you got enough money and he likes the way you look or something like that. Like, do you know what he goes by? Like how he selects who can join their cult and who can't? Do you know anything about that?
No, but I know he selects people who have some mental, emotional, or social incapabilities, like people who are challenged in those areas. Close that. So
like sometimes he get like it seems like some of the people that he get be having issues like at home.
Exactly. Well, they here's the thing: they don't necessarily have issues at home, but the truth of the matter is that they have emotional or mental issues that make them vulnerable to people like him. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for him to persuade them into thinking that they're having problems at home. As a matter of fact, once Tanisha, aka Malia, made it to the hospital and made it home, she said, I realized that my family life wasn't as bad as I was thinking, and that my family didn't feel as bad towards me as I thought they did. See, he makes them to think that, your family don't love you. They don't think they ain't SHIT. Your sisters ain't this and that and blah, blah, blah. But she has a lot more support than he wants her to believe that she has. And it was
just like how he had, remember when she was always getting into it with her father?
Yep. And now her and her dad are on wonderful terms. As a matter of fact, she lives with her dad.
Yeah,
went over there to see about her. Here, keep that. Her dad went to see about his baby.
I just got your message, Mario, and thanks for jumping back on the chat. I just got your message, and I'm gonna show that on the screen what you sent me. That's the reason why I couldn't find her, that Brittany, because her name is spelled really weird.
Yeah, it's spelled crazy.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's good.
But yeah, we can jump back on that Nature Boy topic. But I'm hey Deanna Boo, hey, what's going on? But I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna show y'all this picture. And Deanna, I did shout out the YouTubers, the people, the content creators earlier. So feel free to drop your link in the chat. It's Friday Night Live. All the YouTubers who got everybody who has a YouTube channel, actual content creator, somebody who upload videos or go live, click on the link. Drop your links in the chat. And anybody who wants to actually jump on the screen with us, please feel free to jump on the screen with us. But yeah, click the Streamlabs link if you want to jump on the screen. But I'm going to show y'all this picture real quick that Mario just sent me. And it's about a lady here. She got arrested for. Oh my God, it's a lot of charges on here, Mario.
It's a lot of charges. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
My God. My God. Okay, well, damn. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right, I got it up. Let me click the share. Oh, this was just recently too. So last can y'all
Yeah,
see
she
that
just got
okay?
arrested this year.
Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Who is this, Tay?
This is a lady here. She works with a drill team. Her name is Brittany Bates. She is black. Yep, she's black. Somebody did say what race was she? She's black. Female. She is 22. Dang it, she's only 4'10" and 100 pounds. This little old
Yep.
woman sexually assaulting all these kids on the drill team right here in our city. It says right here, Brittany Bates, she's in jail. Her bond is $1 million or 10%. She was arrested on January 21st this year. Charges: sexual assault victims 12 to 15 years old. And what's this right here? What's that mean? 19, actor 19, first degree, child abuse by intent, no serious injury. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 6, 7 charges here. Wow. $1 million bond. That's crazy. And she's only 22 years. Now, see, normally we see stuff going on with old heads.
This is a person I can bet you with a history of being abused.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She has not only has she have a history of being abused, a lot of people that at this young age with a serious issue like that is somebody who thought this was a way of life.
Right.
Because he had been so abused so badly.
Well, you know, they did say that she was abused as a kid.
Yep. See there?
Well, I'm gonna say she a baby herself. She only 22.
She only 22, and you done sexually assaulted all those little girls, and that's only the ones we know of. Yep. And you only 22.
That's all she knows.
Yeah.
That's all she knows. And a person like that needs to be institutionalized. She needs some serious help. Not just incarceration is going to help her.
Mm-mm.
It's not going to rehabilitate her. People like that are victims themselves. Uh-huh. And they're repeating what it's a nurtured behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's been abused so badly, very badly, that she's repeating everything that she learned. And she's repeating it. She's very small in stature.
Very small.
So the thing of it is her mental state is probably the same age as her victims. She's not big enough to overcome somebody physically.
Yeah. Unless it was probably a little kid.
Exactly. So it's not now, and I'm not in no way saying that, slap her on her wrist and let her go. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that this is a person with some very, very serious issues and great detachments from reality.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. True. It's sad. Mario, this is crazy.
It really is sad. It's I just can't. I just can't. Child. I don't know. This is so. I don't know. I feel worse about this one than I do about the man we talked about earlier who had a whole relationship with that 50-year-old at the school. Because this one, she's so much closer to age with these young, impressionable little girls, and it could be a grooming situation too. Because normally, when it's on teams, drill teams, football, stuff like that, and it's a coach or a teacher, they normally like promise them things like, "Oh, you'll be able to lead or you'll be able to do this, or you'll be able to be captain, or you'll be able to, things like that." And we don't know the exact, details. But that's just crazy. 22 years old and you done sexually assaulted that many people? And you a female? And she's probably one of those females that you don't even look at as that type because she's only 4'10" and like 100 pounds. And I'm sure the mothers of those kids didn't have no idea, no clue. Child, that's disgusting. That's
Crazy.
disgusting. Somebody said, was Nature Boy a wrestler?
He talking
Different
about
Nature
Ric
Boy.
Flair.
Oh, I'm up here like, what happened? But that's crazy. And the thing about it, like me and Mario was saying, this happened here right in town. This should be, everybody in Omaha should know about this.
And not only ones who really know about it is, well, a lot of people in Omaha know about it now because they've been putting it on Facebook. But it hasn't been talked about with the media. Ain't seen no newspaper clippings or nothing. This is the only thing that we've seen about her being in jail for what she's did.
And did you look her up on Facebook? Because I'm looking at a Facebook page with a person by that name, and that way, the way that you spell Brittany is really original, and it's spelled just like the name. And this little girl, she looks like she's about 4'10" and looks like she's about 100 pounds. But I'm not gonna show her Facebook page. Huh?
I think I did. I think that is her, the one that you look at, because I went to the page too.
And they got some dance videos on there. They got some dance videos.
That's her description.
It's a lot of dance videos on here. Matter of fact, hold up.
And if you look, her last post was like December 20th, December last year.
Hold on. I'm about to share something with y'all.
Yeah, that's one of the competitions we had at Hope State.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to make out who Kenny is.
want to show the whole video, but yeah, that I believe that's her.
I
I
can't
believe,
hear
and
you.
there's okay, hold on. You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Miss Sislo?
Yes.
Can anybody else?
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I really think that's her. It's a lot of pictures of this little girl. Oh, and I don't know why I'm calling her a girl, because she's 22. She's 22, but she looks like a little freaking girl. If you go to her Facebook page, she looks like a little freaking girl, because she's only 4'10" and she's like 100 pounds. And there's a lot of dance
Yeah, I
videos
think
on
that
there.
is her.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah, I think that's her too. And I'm surprised she even got her Facebook open like that. I would have hid my shit.
Well, I don't think she had a chance to do anything because
Yeah, I
it
was
looked
gonna
like her
say
last
that.
post was in December, and I ain't seen no other posts since December. And you know, she got arrested in January.
I'm trying to see if I can show a. Trying to see. Let me see. Hold on.
Well, thank you for sharing, Mario or Tanya. That's something.
Hold on. Y'all can keep talking, but hold on. I'm trying to pull up this other
Nervous,
video.
you know, it makes it's you know, you try to trust your children and get into something that they enjoy, and then you just don't know.
That's just crazy.
What people are dealing with.
These people. I'm
My-
sorry, it couldn't have been one of my daughters. Because with that Randall dude, I'd have got arrested on purpose. Put me in his cell. Because I'm going to beat his motherfucking ass. Excuse my language, but I'm going to fuck him up. Not
Yeah,
my daughter.
I understand. It's a hard one to sit through. You understand?
I was looking at some of the videos. Oh my god, some of the videos, they shorts is really short, really short. And these, I'm not going to show. I'm not going to show.
It's not unusual.
But I'm not going to show these videos on here, not because I can't, because I can, because they're public. You know, you can show public shit on your YouTube channel without being, you know, messed up, especially if you're doing commentary on it or reporting purposes. But they look like little girls.
Yeah.
This grown 22-year-old woman looks like she's 12. And that's another reason why she probably got away with messing with so many girls, because even though she's 22 and got a child of her own, she looks just like them little girls on the drill team.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how little kids sometimes, as you a little kid, I ain't even gonna say I did nothing like that or not, but sometimes as little kids, you play, you don't really know what you're doing.
You explore,
you experience. And when it's somebody who looks like you, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but my God.
Goes back to like the 15-year-old with that dude. Them little girls didn't know what was going on. They just seen the dog and like just like they said earlier, yeah, I think the leader Brittany girl had been molested or hurt in some way beforehand, because it seemed like that's all she know.
That's so sad. That's so. I just feel. I feel worse. I feel worse because it's no real big difference, you know. Like a sin is a sin. A sexual assault, man, woman, whether the age, whatever, it's still the same to me. But just the fact that this person was just so young, and she looks like a freaking little kid, like compared to the 52-year-old old man, huh?
And she's disturbed.
Yeah, gosh, she gotta be.
She's been violated, and I'm not making any excuses because I am a victim.
Me too.
Just crazy.
So
Crazy.
I understand. You know, I wouldn't want that on anybody. and it's hurtful.
I just got a picture from Dewan, the guy running for mayor, to use for our show.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1 second. So I'm going to show your photo real quick to inform about upcoming interview. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this photo real quick. This is the black guy. Have we ever had a black mayor in history in Omaha, Mario? I don't think we have.
No.
I mean, hey, I know Omaha been around for about 150 something years. I didn't think so, but you know,
ain't none of
I
them
didn't just
got
assume.
as high as city council.
Yeah, because Brenda Council, she got close.
Well, yeah, until she did all the scandalous mess.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Scandalous coming out.
Allegedly, but she did.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
That, but
He's doing it.
I got some stories about that too. I ain't even gonna. Yeah.
He like I ain't listen. He like it is what it is, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so
wait a minute. This is somebody else. Who is this?
Oh, you didn't know it was this one? Which one was you referring to?
Lionel Quinn.
I ain't heard of him.
Yeah, you remember when they was doing the protesting down there at Leavenworth Cafe?
He was down there with David.
One of the ones that was negotiating with him. Yeah, he was down there. But I thought it was somebody else. I ain't even known who it is.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that me and you were on the same page. I'm thinking, yeah, he talking about who I'm talking about. But yeah, young independent mobilizing for a brighter Omaha. Dewan, for Omaha mayor, community prioritize people, place, and planet. Creativity, bring new ideas and vision to City Hall. Communication, support, transit, culture, connection. Omaha, what do you want? That's his information if anybody wants to get in contact with him. But that is who we're going to be interviewing Sunday night. And the interview is going to be at 8 p.m. Sunday night. So those of you who are interested in joining to maybe ask them some questions, because normally, as we do with any people running for a political department here in town, we let them speak, tell them about themselves and what made them decide, all that kind of jazz. We go through all that, and then we allow people to type their questions in the chat or jump on the screen and speak to them. But yeah, that's who we're going to be interviewing Sunday night at 8 p.m. And I will make I will create the show so that people can start getting their notifications. So I'll probably create the show tomorrow so the notifications can go out. But that's him. But yeah, you're gonna have to.
You also probably should talk to Zuri Snipes too. I thought she was running for mayor.
Who? It's a female.
Zuri
What's her
Snipes.
name? Zuri Snipes.
Yes, a female, black female. Zuri, I think it's Zuri Snipes.
Oh, why we don't know about all these people, especially if they black and they in our community? Like, where's the advertisement?
And that's what I'm saying. The only one who I knew of, the black person that was running for mayor against Mean Gene was Lionel Quinn. But I
see, the only one I knew of was this dude.
Her thing is, I knew Zuri Snipes put hers in. She posted that and a picture of her going to put her stuff in for to be a candidate for mayor.
And Zuri Snipes.
She ain't advertised it or did nothing either. Zuri Snipes.
Oh, I'm on her page now. I'm about to add her as a friend because I would love to talk to every single person that's running, including the white guy from last night who did the town hall. And that's a really cool idea to do because especially when it's like CBD-19 going on, the pandemic. Ain't nobody trying to fill no centers up. So the best way to do it is by Zoom or StreamYard or, some type of platform like that. But yeah, I just sent her a
But you
friend
know, we
request,
on the
so
green
hopefully,
phase right now.
huh?
Yeah, we on the green phase right now, so we can kind of do a semi, building area, put some people in there, just spread them out and still do Zoom. Because I would like to get them all together. I want to hear what they all got to say. Because you can say anything to me, but with your opponent in the room, what you gonna say?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to do the debate.
That's what I want to do.
I'm live, son. But hello. No, you can take him outside. That's my young man, the baby of the family. But yeah, I would love to do a debate on the hood table if they would all be interested. But yeah, I would like to speak to each one of them because I didn't know, I ain't never heard of no Kamara, and her actual Facebook name is Kamara Zuri Snipes, and I've never heard of her before.
Yes.
Never. And it says right there on her name, it says
her picture. She posted her picture.
Wow. But as far as the Rona, I don't know how everybody's doing it in their cities, but I was saying earlier to somebody that these bars and locations, they seem to be packing back up and everything. I'm still nervous. I still haven't ate out in a restaurant I can't remember the last time. I went to pick up a book at a library like a week or so ago. But other than that, I go to the store like once or twice a week, get enough stuff to last for a minute. I don't really go anywhere. And my oldest son, is his first baby is due in May, and his girlfriend is planning a baby shower in April. And I'm even concerned about that because I know it's going to be like 40 people there or more. And I'm just like, I'm not ready to just be around a lot of people, especially when there's at least, in my family alone, at least 9 people right now that have CBD-19 right here in Omaha. And two of them, 2 households in my family, everybody in the household got it. And then I got other people in different households just in my family. And when my son hit me up earlier today, he said, "Mom, invite this person, tell them, get their address." And I said, "All the people you mentioned got CBD-19 right now." He said, "Damn." I said, "Yeah." It's like, he said, whatchamacallit said she want to invite. I said, she got it too. I said, "Boy, you better jump on Facebook." And shoot, we got cousins.
And see, that's the whole thing. Like with us at the clubhouse, we screen folks before you get in, and then we limit the number of people that come in at a time, and then we go to 1 in, 1 out. So I'm me, especially with the health that I have. I ain't gonna be doing all that. I don't like
right. And how are you doing? I saw your post on Facebook. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
And you ain't got to put all your personal business out there. I just asked.
Yeah, I'm doing better. I've been relaxed. I just had too much on my plate. You take too much on. You got God let you know when He tell you to sit your ass down, and I'm gonna make you sit down if you don't sit down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spank all of your behind.
I've been lounging
just sitting here saying God and
oh, Mario, she said she gonna spank you. I don't think he heard you. She said, "I'm gonna spank y'all." Y'all keep saying God and ass in the same sentence.
God know my heart. He know my heart.
She just teasing.
It's all love, baby.
I like that shit.
It's all love.
Come on.
He said he like that.
I love you like old folks love soft shoes.
God knows your heart. Hey, what's up, Josh? Oh, that's Deanna. Okay, that's Deanna's. Yeah, but Josh, if y'all hit that link, he has a channel too. Deanna Irvin and her husband both have YouTube channels. So make sure y'all support both of them. Make sure y'all support both of them. Yes, thanks, Deanna. And thank you to everybody for hitting them likes. I see the likes. I see the likes on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure y'all hit the likes, share the post out, share the live out if you want. But I talked about my few little subjects. Anybody else got something to talk about? What else is going on out there? Oh, and Mario
got a story.
Yeah, well, if you got a story, let me know. But I did want to ask you, like, how are y'all screening? Are y'all just like putting a thermometer on their forehead, or how are you doing that?
No, we got the internal one where you just press it, held it like a couple inches from their forehead and take their internal temperature, and you got to have a mask on to get in. Only time you can pull your mask down is if you drinking something, but your mask got to go right back up. And I kick some out. If you take your mask down and you ain't drinking nothing and you just walking around, you can get the hell up out of here. I ain't finna
That's
do
what I'm
that. I
talking
don't want
about.
nobody sick.
Put them out. Put them out. David Perry, what's up, David? Mr. Perry, you said me. Okay, okay. What did I ask? Did I say? Do anybody got something else? David, you got some topics? If you do, you can jump on the you can put it in the comment section, or you could jump actually on the screen with us if you want. You don't have to, but we can have up to 10 people on the screen if you want to jump up on the screen. I just let me drop the link again. Let me drop the link again. And you are commenting from the Hood Table Facebook page, right? Or are you commenting on my main Facebook page? But yeah, those of you who aren't in our Facebook group, we do have a private Facebook group for the people who wants to join us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, and just like our YouTube channel, we discuss everything from the hood to the White House in our Facebook group. So just look up the Hood Table on Facebook and click join. We get new members every day. And I also have a Ruthless TV show group for those of you who are fans of Ruthless. We got about 400 people in that group on Facebook. So if you want to join that link, let me know too. But yeah, David, I did drop the link. Hey, Karma Diva, jump on if you want to. Jump. But yeah, Lynette or Mario or Cislo, anybody else got any topics you want to bring to the table tonight?
I just want to know how, first of all, mine is always politics, kind of. I was wondering how people felt about Ted Cruz and his fiasco.
Oh, Lord. He's on the jet.
About this weed light.
I missed that whole thing. You gotta feel me.
I did too at first, and I watched it this morning.
Did she say something?
The Ted Cruz fiasco,
The guy who flew to Mexico, right? The guy who flew to Mexico. I thought that was messed up. I thought it was so messed up, and the fact that he still left his family there, all they asses need to come back.
So what happened? I missed.
Is he the governor of Texas?
Yeah.
I think he's the governor.
His name is Ted. He's a senator. His name is Ted Cruz. And in the midst of the city having no power, no heat, no nothing, and people dying, he done up and got a plane or a jet and took his family. The senator took his family and friends. His wife sent out a text message to some of their friends, said, any of y'all want to go on vacation with us to get away from this cold? They all jumped on a plane, went to Cancun, Mexico, and he talking about he felt like guilty or felt some type of way about leaving, so he hurried up and booked the first flight back. But that wasn't till after it was all over social media that they went to Mexico.
It's not funny, but when you watch him, in the interviews, it's funny to watch
I'm laughing because he said he felt guilty.
He did say that on camera.
He did say he felt guilty. And I'm like, well, if you feel guilty, first of all, your family none of y'all should have left the state.
No.
You are the senator of this state, and everybody in their homes, it's like 20, 30, 40 degrees. These people are down there freezing. I know YouTubers who was going live every time they had power saying they got this much food left. They only got a pack of bologna left. They only got, because everybody's food went bad.
Right.
And you going to up and take your whole family to Mexico to get away from what your community is dealing with. I thought that was so messed up.
It was. And it was funny to watch him squirm in those interviews. He just he don't even know what to say. I don't know what he think nobody's gonna find out. I don't know. I just don't get that.
He thought, but the thing is, everybody posts everything. Hold on, let me go to the video, y'all. Let me go to the video.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah, check out this video because he don't even look sincere when he said that he felt guilty. He don't even look sincere. Hold on, let me see. Let me share the video.
Soundbite in Texas. MJ Hager and Matthew Dowd. 33 states legislatures.
Did I hold up? Where is it? Is this it?
Soundbite about this? Ted Cruz allegedly being a good dad. I think we have that.
As I was taking care of my family, the same way Texans all across the state were taking care of my family.
MJ, to Matthew's point, issues of General Kent, Attorney
that
General
isn't
Ken
that isn't the video that I was looking for. I think this is it. Can y'all see this? Okay, yeah.
Gamers! Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband is here.
Now they got a commercial. Oh God, come on. Okay, is this it?
Of rioters inside the U.S. Capitol.
That's not it either. Dang, why can't I just find the right video? What are we thinking? Here's one.
Senator Ted Cruz says he knows his Mexico getaway was a big mistake. The Texas Republican and his family flew off to a Cancun resort on Wednesday as millions of his constituents were without power and water. It took a while for the senator to settle on contrition. At first, his office would not even confirm he was south of the border. Then Cruz said he was helping his wife and daughters escape the crisis and always planned to head straight back to Texas. But then he had to acknowledge he initially planned to stay the weekend and decided to head back after just one night, only after he realized the political fallout.
What were you thinking?
Well, look, my kids, all of us this week, this has been a hell of a week for Texas. I don't like this being used as a distraction from the real issues.
Do you regret going because of the firestorm or because you left when people were here struggling?
Look, both. Many of the people who were upset with me before we started. You can work remotely. That was my intention. But even so, I needed to be here. And so it was a mistake.
How could the senator think it was smart to go to Mexico in the middle of this, especially, but especially since he had criticized others for doing this in the past, for taking off during crisis?
Yeah, it makes no sense. And I still can't get over that he continues to blame his kids for a decision that, as their parent, he and his wife made. But, beyond that, he made the point you can work remotely. That is probably true. He's a United States senator. He's not a mayor. But at the same time, you see other federal lawmakers trying to bridge the gap between individual people, constituents who need help, and the services that they need, the help that they need. And there is a role there.
Well, I know that because you see. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. All them other lawmakers and people, you know, in authority and political figures. I mean, even Beyonce, a lot of celebrities, everybody is trying to help out. And you just hightail your ass to Cancun.
I jumped on to say this. I'm sorry. You know, my family is in Texas. That's where my people are from. And I just found out tonight that one of my cousins has been in the ER since last night because he's supposed to take dialysis, but there's no dialysis places open because there is no electricity. So he couldn't even go to dialysis. So he's in the ER. He's been there since last night. And for him to even think that it was okay to leave the state while they are defenseless against this, there's nothing these people can do. And for you to be so privileged to be able to take your family to Mexico on a vacation, when was this vacation planned? Because see, the thing
it was in the
wasn't-
moment. He said it wasn't even planned. They just
and
got
see,
up
he
and left.
wasn't planning on coming back. Had people not started taking pictures and reporting on him, he would not have come back. He would not. And first of all, he needs to grow some balls. He ran against Trump in the 2016 election and then flipped over and when I say he kissed Trump's ass the whole time, he kissed Trump's ass. He was one of the senators who voted against impeaching him. He was one of the senators who basically didn't believe in Trump inciting the riot. His constituents, I really need people to pay attention to the people that you are electing. These people don't care anything about you.
And they lack in
Most of
sensitivity.
them don't. Some of them do, some of them don't. But when you go to vote, look at this person's record. Look at them as what they do as a human. Because that him flying his family to Mexico shows the insensitivity that he has towards his constituents there in Texas. There are millions of people still without power. They have to boil their water. They're boiling water. This man,
And they can't even boil water if they ain't got no electricity. Sure, the water was off, the electricity off, everything. And let me just say to the person in the chat, sociologist Sandy, and everybody, make sure you subscribe to her channel too. But you said you are in Texas and you dealt with no power and stuff for days. If you want to share your experience, feel free to jump on the link that I dropped in the chat. Feel free to click the StreamYard link and jump on the chat. I was trying to find somebody who was down there in Texas who might want to jump up on the link and share your experiences with us with what you went through. So if you don't have to, but if you want to, feel free to click the link and let us know how you feel about the situation and about Mr. Cruz.
Please come on the talk.
Yeah, if you like to. And Carmel Diva also told them earlier about the candidate, the black guy who's running for mayor. Then come to find out when Mario was on here, there's two other black people running that I had no idea. One of them is a female,
I
another
know
one is a
there's
black
a female.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
sent her
Yeah,
a
I've
friend
seen the
request.
female because I've seen her billboard. I said I was gonna try to look her up on Facebook and
Where you see
see
a
if she would
billboard?
come on. Right here on Ames.
She got a whole
Right there.
billboard.
It's right there by Sugar Hill.
Oh, see, I be driving right to the liquor store and probably don't be paying no attention to what's up in the sky.
That's stupid.
I be paying attention to what's inside the stove.
He said, "What's inside the stove?"
Well, I sent her a friend request. If you're friends with her already, please hit her up and invite her for an interview. But I did send her a friend request, and yeah, hopefully she accepts my friend request so I can have her on the show. But what Lena say? Everyone thinks they're woke, yet just dreaming. Most of all of them are corrupt. So what he didn't? So what? No, he didn't have to go to Mexico, or did he? He has protocols put in place in case the grid goes down. Look at the bigger picture. Put the puzzle pieces together. You think they fit, but they don't. Sleight of hand. I hear you, Lena girl. I hear you, Lena Lane.
So what's
okay?
the
Somebody is about to jump on. I think my cousin is about to jump on.
Okay.
Hold on. Yes, go ahead and click the link.
325.
I muted you, Omaha Lockdown, because you listening to your we can hear your what do you call them things? Those police scanners or something.
Yeah, my radio.
Yeah, I muted
it's
you
on
because
the scanner.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you rolling around trying to find out what's going on in the city. Lena said, "Girl, Sugar Hills." Yes, I go to Sugar Hills if I'm in the area supporting my Black entrepreneurs. You know, when I need to get me a bottle.
That's a staple in Omaha.
Yes, that's a staple. And every time I go in there, I'll be like, I always be talking about y'all on the hood table. Because I swear to God, it don't matter when I go into Sugar Hill, they are so polite and nice.
Yeah.
And they say, hello, how you doing? As soon as you walk up in the store, I'm like, I'm sorry, but every Black establishment in the hood don't do that. And that's a liquor store. That's a whole liquor store.
But that's family, and they good people, man.
Yes.
They good people. The original owners, the Westbrooks, them and my grandparents. When I say they used to party with my grandparents, they have literally known my dad since he was born. Their kids was all raised together.
Yep. And some of our family is related to them too. Some of our family is related to them.
So they're really, they're good people, very good people. And, I try to support Black businesses, but they are wonderful people, and they've always had excellent customer service. So
yes, awesome. That's why I always tell them. They say, all right, the hood table, I'll be coming there. They be like, what's your YouTube channel again? I'm like, the hood table. But hey, what's going on, sociologist? I can't never say. My bad.
That's cool. What's up, y'all? I'm sorry. So I'm real old school, like Gen X, solid Gen Xer, and I don't even this is my first time getting online with someone, so I didn't even know how to do it. It didn't seem to be working, but I didn't realize it was a process that you had to go through.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
No, you good. So I was just gonna jump on to comment about the whole Ted Cruz issue.
Yes, please go ahead. And are to let people know she's from now. Were you in San Antonio or were you in Houston?
So no, I'm actually in Dallas. So really
Dallas,
it affected the entire state of Texas.
Okay.
And so right now, what's going on? So literally last night was the first night that I did not sleep freezing cold since Sunday. It has been a crazy nightmare like I have never experienced before. And I grew up in the Big O, so I'm used to cold. I'm even used to snow. In fact, I was loving the snow because I had missed it, but I didn't know it was going to shut the whole city down. Mm-hmm. And all of us would be without power. And so basically what happened was, at least up north, some areas, like the area that I'm in, the power would be on for 10 minutes and then it would be off for an hour and a half. But the temperature was so cold that it would be, it was 20 degrees outside. Then it would get down to 15. I know that's not super, super cold, especially the Omaha people. But here it's really, really cold because we're just not acclimated to that cold, like to that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it was never the heat and stuff, and the power was never on enough to even try to heat the house up. So you're sleeping in coats and hats and all that kind of crazy stuff. But I thank God I still had a shelter over my head. I still had a bed to get into, even though I was cold. And so while Ted is flying his family off to Mexico, he can just keep himself and his kids and his wife and whoever rolls with him. They all can stay in Mexico forever. Don't ever come back to Texas. We don't need you. We don't need you as a senator. You suck big time. You are useless to us. You're worthless. You mean nothing. He doesn't advocate for the people of Texas. He doesn't stand for the people of Texas. Certainly not the Black people in Texas. So I can easily go off on a tangent. See, now you got me running my mouth. Now I know how to do it. You gonna be like tired of me. But
no, you fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is the craziest thing ever. And so a lot of us are having water issues as well. So right now I have no hot water, none. So
right now
I'm having to do, so I don't know what has happened, but a lot of people's water heaters are jacked. I don't know like what's happening. And so a lot of people have gone from having no water, like some parts of our town had no water at all. I don't have any hot water. A couple of my friends don't have any hot water. So I'm like taking old school baths, like when you had to go to the stove, heat the water up, pour it in the tub. Like that's old school. I can do it, but like it's too many things wrong here, and people don't care. Especially sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes white people, sometimes it's just the power and privilege within them that they don't even see the problem. That's why Ted Cruz could easily take his ass on to Mexico without really even caring, because they don't have to. They're not even in a position to have to care about these things. Yeah,
I feel like it was very heartless.
What I was going to say is, it is.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say, see, my people are in Tyler, so they're not far from you. They in Tyler, and that's what I was speaking about. As far as the water heater and stuff, a lot of people don't understand your water heater is connected to your electricity too. So your water heater would go out when the electricity is out, and sometimes that requires having to have I was gonna say MUD, but the gas man come out and relight the pilot light. Yeah. And as far as boiling the water, what happened is when the pipes froze, from what they're saying on the news, when the pipes froze and burst, the filtration center, they're not exactly sure if the filtration is working correctly, and that's why they're telling people to boil their water. But I'm like, okay, you should have had something as a backup.
Right now, right? They saying it's not pure right now, right?
Yeah, because the water pressure is so low too that's another reason why you have to boil it, because like the pressure itself is supposed to make sure that the water is coming through and it's coming through clean. But that's not happening because there's not even like a lot of water pressure at all.
Yeah.
Well, I know we got
somebody some kind of backup system set up in place for this. I mean, I know they never thought that this would happen, but they still should have had some kind of backup in place, just in case something like this were to happen.
Exactly.
But hindsight is 20/20. So.
And we also have Felicia. I want to introduce Felicia on here as well. She's down there near you, sociologist. She's in San Antonio. So Felicia, if you want to unmute yourself and let us know a little bit about your situation down there that you dealt with, and also how you feel on the senator who bounced out of there on a jet to Cancun so they could sit out on the beach somewhere. But that hot water stuff, we got our power on up here, although the difference was when it was -20 and -14 here last week, we still had our electricity on. So y'all were down there. It wasn't that cold for y'all down there, but it was still cold. And y'all didn't have any electricity or heat. So you guys were way worse off than we were. But my hot water heater, I had even posted it on Facebook. My hot water heater had broke. So as far as those hot baths, I had posted on my Facebook post, and everybody got a kick out of it, Karma Diva too, because I said, I told my son, since our hot water heater ain't working, I gotta take a whole bath. He was like, Mama, what's a whole bath? And so I started kidding with him. I was like, boy, you ain't never heard no whole bath. You take some water, and you take a little towel, and you just kind of like hit the I was teasing them and everything, and people was on my Facebook post like, all you gotta do is run you some hot water and put it. I said, I know. But my son really didn't know what a whole bath was. I thought it was really funny. Like, he was like, Mom,
I was trying to give options.
Girl, no, for real. I told him, I said, them hoes out there on the street, what they do is they go to the gas stations and they take them a little cloth towel and they hit the hot spots and they get back on the corner. He said, oh, that's a whole bath. I'm like, yeah, ask your friends about it. Yeah. But sociologist, so you think he's going to resign? Because he did say, I don't know if Felicia's busy right now, but as soon as you can, Felicia, you can jump in on the conversation. Actually, she just popped out, so she'll probably be back. But sociologist, do you think that he will resign? Like, is he getting a lot of pressure down there? I know people are pressuring him to resign, but from what he said in his interview, he's like, well, why would you say things like that? I don't tell people, to resign. And then they reminded us, I didn't know because I don't know him, but they reminded us of a few years back when he had told somebody else that they need to sit down somewhere and resign.
Yeah, I mean,
so
sorry, not so much Democrats, right?
Uh-huh.
It's for the executive.
Oh,
yeah,
Felicia.
So I don't believe he will resign. Absolutely, I don't. And he is getting a lot of pressure, but the pressure would have to be turned up times 200 for him to resign.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like y'all, Texas is really a hardcore kind of state. Like Texas folk believe.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They believe how they believe, and they believe, that whatever they gonna stand on, they standing on that. And
that's one of those set in their ways type of state.
Very much so. That's right.
Yeah.
Very much so. And it's it's just disgusting. Like, to me, this is one more disgusting thing that somebody who has a superior role in politics gets away with murder.
And we've been seeing a lot of that. We've been seeing a lot of that from Trump on down.
That's right.
Yep. Felicia, you want to chime in? I know you was doing homework, honey.
I had to go out. Hey, I had to go out because it went like I couldn't barely hear y'all, so I came back in. But
okay.
Yeah, we were, I guess, the very first day, was it, I think Sunday, when the power went out, and I immediately started timing it because my power would come on for 5 minutes, and then it would be off for 12 minutes. And it did that almost all day. Now, how much I was supposed to accomplish out of getting that done, I don't understand it. But from where I was reading, somebody had posted something, said to where that by them turning it on and off like that didn't really help the pressure build up that they needed to have built up. So it was more annoying to us than it was helping in any kind of way, because what can I do? You should have seen me. In 5 minutes, I'm trying to run and throw something in the microwave to cook something to eat real quick before it turns it off. One of the times it cut it off in the middle of me warming something up.
Me too.
Oh wow.
So that's just
I said wow.
And me too. I went through the same thing, the exact same thing.
Hold on. Larry wants to chime in on something, Tanya. Hold on.
Okay.
Don't talk all day.
So Tanya, Texas, Texas always been a Republican state. Then the white folks here in Texas, they run Texas. They're not going to change. It's old money, what you call old money. My sister had to find out the hard way when she wanted a new school built, new gym built. Well, she seen white folks come out the woodworks that she ain't never seen in her life. But they got old money and they rule and they keep people like Ted Cruz in office. Understand? And to a lot of them old money people die off, then you'll see Texas change over like Georgia did. And until then, them old Republicans are gonna keep them there. They're gonna keep them in office. You know, and we know Ted Cruz is a scandal. We seen what he did with Trump and all them. Trump called his wife ugly and everything. So, man called my wife ugly. I ain't got nothing to say to him or nobody else. But he couldn't even stand up for his own wife. So how you gonna stand up for the state of Texas?
True. Amen.
You know, but he don't get out of office until those old people die off. And that's what's gonna have to happen. God forbid it, but that's what's gonna have to happen because they got old money and they're gonna keep people like Trump and all them coming into office. Bottom line.
That's crazy. Well, thanks for filling me in on that. Sociologist was kind of saying the same thing, I believe, when she was saying there's certain people and certain things that go on in Texas that people just stand firmly on. And I had said, like, it's kind of like a set in your ways thing, but that's kind of like how it is with racism. It ain't going to really get better till a lot of these people, a lot of these old cats, you know, die off. And then some of it's going to trickle down still to the other generations from these people, but it'll eventually get better. It's just gonna take time. It might not be in our lifetime, but
well, just look at San Antonio, for example. I'll give you a good example. San Antonio is a lot of Mexicans here. This city is more Mexicans than anything, correct? Who do they vote back in office? They vote people like Cruz in the office. They vote people like that. And then people are telling them, you need to go back to Mexico. You need to do this. Like old man Bush, when he ran for office, what did he say? Oh, I got little brown kids too. I got grandkids that's little brown kids. What the hell does that mean? Well, what does that mean? You got brown little kids. What you saying? But what did they do? They voted him in office for president. So that tells you Texas is one of them states. Texas was the last state that became a free nation for blacks. It was one of the last states. So that tells you a lot right there. Texas was one of the last states. That's why we have Juneteenth here in Texas, is because they was the last state to know that we was free.
Yeah, they came in, the Union soldiers came in 2 years.
After 2 years after
the rest of the country had been freed. They came in 2 years later and told them down in Galveston that you know, slavery's over with, y'all free. They had no idea. I'm sure the white people knew, but the black people didn't know.
And it's sad.
It is. And you know, like I said, my people that's where my mama is from Texas. She's from Tyler. And so I know, trust me, how set in their ways they are down there.
And you don't have to go far. You don't have to go real far. You go to little towns. I'm from Weller, Texas. You go to Gonzales, LaGrange. They let you know. They let you know real fast who you are. Vida, Texas. They got a big old sign, about 30-foot sign telling you, nigga, don't let the sun go down on you.
Oh, sundown towns.
So
it's a couple of them not too far from Tyler.
Oh yeah. You see them. You go down little towns, you'll see real fast.
Right. And they ain't joking with you. They ain't playing. They dead ass serious.
Somebody wanted to say hi, y'all.
Who's that?
Hola. Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes,
Bam.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's some sirs and some ma'ams on here. He said, yes, sir.
That
yes,
voice sound familiar. Who that is?
That's your cousin.
Oh, Felicia in here?
Yeah.
Hey.
Ronisha.
Oh, that's Ronisha?
Oh, right. Both y'all?
Hi.
What up, Ronnie?
Hey.
Hey,
I know you're glad to have your heat and stuff on.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. What you say you gonna do, Sam?
I'm trying to plan a visit out there to Texas with some friends of mine. This summer?
The restaurant.
Come up.
Around like June.
All right, don't be trying to come with it super hot and y'all gonna be complaining about going outside.
No, I mean we live in Omaha, so I don't care how hot it is.
Oh no, that's a different kind of heat, baby.
Exactly.
That's a
He know
different kind
that.
of heat.
He know that. Y'all tried to go do all that stuff last time, and they was like, it's too hot out there.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
I tell my kids that every time we go down
What's
south,
the good?
I'm like, y'all, it's a whole
What's a good
different kind of
month
heat.
then?
Don't play with it.
He said, "What's a good month to come down there to see y'all?"
Well,
June
maybe
is a good
later,
month.
August, September.
August, September. Yeah.
Well, I got school September, but in August. So
You're just gonna have to take some time
Try
off.
I mean, I could probably go.
Early
I
part
could
of
probably
June.
go early
June is
August.
when it's just starting to warm. June is when it's just starting to get warm. So I would
Yeah.
probably, I would go in June.
Yeah.
Okay, and I could stay with one of y'all. What?
Yeah.
They stay together, don't they? He gonna be in the house. Y'all better have my son a room.
Really?
He's gonna get a pallet on the floor.
Exactly.
Please don't act like we won't, because we done that before.
It ain't nothing but an air mattress.
We done came down to her crib before, and we all was on the floor. Everybody, the whole man, we was deep. It was fun too.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
that's
So I'm
old
trying to
school
come
shit.
back.
He don't know. You know, these kids, they don't know nothing about that. They need air mattresses and foam pillows and.
And
We had a hard floor.
Uggs comforters.
See, my back already hurting.
Uggs comforters.
No, I ain't trying
This
to
boy
hear
had
that.
me buy him an Uggs comforter for his birthday. That thing was like $100 for some fur.
And it's worth it. I'll be asleep.
He talking about I ain't never slept so well and got up to go to school.
Wow.
Like, boy, you go to college from home. What you talking about? Oh, say hi, Rocky. Then y'all can go. Get. All right, Rocky said hi.
All right, y'all have a good Friday night.
All right, love you, son.
Sweetheart.
Love you too.
Thanks for chiming in, son. Shut me in. But is Ronnie still there? Because I wanted to ask Ronnie how her son, how she managed this with her son, because he's so small.
Hold on.
And him because with us, we understand what's going on, but with kids, it's kind of hard to explain to them why the heat don't work, why the water don't work, why, things like that. Do you got small kids, sociologists?
Clayton Bigsby, was he really? Because I don't remember that.
I don't have small kids, but it's hard for me to understand. So it got to be hard for these babies to understand.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, my heart went out to I'm so serious. I prayed and prayed and I was just praying, just every time I could think, every time it crossed my mind, or I saw a video or somebody talking about it on YouTube or wherever. I was just like, God, please turn their power on. Please get them power, because I just can't imagine.
Well, bad.
So
We
I got
needed all of
cousins
them
with special
prayers, and we
needs.
appreciate it, because we had people here, like even kids that died because their parents or their grandparents took them into the garage.
Yep.
And sat in the car with the car.
Yeah, I saw that.
You gotta let the garage open, and then just died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Quick, or people pulled generators inside their homes just trying to keep their children warm.
And barbecue pits.
Yeah.
I mean, I joked around and said I was gonna bring the fire pit in the living room if it happened, but we have enough blankets and clothes and all of that I said, and if push come to shove, shit, we all finna sit on the couch together and cuddle.
Yeah.
All people were doing.
Brother, he was like, I think I might have to go get a generator. I said, no, you're not. I said, well, no. I said, you will kill everybody in the house. You can't do that. And so him just not realizing, and he was like, I'll let a window open. No, you won't. You're not going to bring a generator and operate it inside the house. Just period.
Right.
It's just too dangerous, too risky. We're not going to do it. What you got to do is you may have to put on 4 or 5 pair of socks. You may have to put on 3 pair of pants and 2, like you probably going to have to do all of that, but you're going to stay alive.
Right.
Now, Felicia, you had a fireplace. Did you have a fireplace, sociologist? Because I know Felicia got a fireplace, but it took her a long time to find wood.
A lot of them people in Texas.
Yeah, wood was gone 3 days. Like when I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? Monday we went to go look, and one of the guys normally you drive past these gas stations. There's wood sitting outside all day long.
Yeah.
I passed by I don't know how many gas stations and there was no wood. And I stopped in one. Long story as to how we ended up in there. But he was like, "Oh yeah, we've been out for 2-3 days." So people that knew this was coming, they were like, "Okay, let's go get some wood." And it just so happened that
Yeah.
his brother stocked up on some wood or got some wood from somebody a long time ago, a whole bunch of wood. So we went and got some from him. But otherwise, nope, couldn't find any.
And I know you
Oh,
said
that's
that
a blessing.
somebody had hit you up because they knew of somebody who had some wood, so that's how you got some wood. But you had said something about people were actually going through the neighborhoods cutting down trees or cutting down.
Yeah, so across the street from me, there's this big field. And normally, on a normal basis, I see 10, 12 deer over there hanging out in the field. Well, this particular day, I was out in the parking lot and I saw all these people walking across the street with all these little twigs and stuff. And when I look over there, I see they're literally over there taking trees that done fell down or probably pulling trees down and just that's how they was getting their wood. Get their fire
I
started.
don't blame them. I would have probably thought about that too, just because I got a big old tree in my yard. I would have tried to tear that whole thing down.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Right.
But as far as like the warning that you guys received, sociologist and Felicia, did y'all have any idea? Like, what did y'all expect was going to happen? Just snow and cold, and that's it. Like, did they alert y'all that it might be a power outage?
It normally don't last no longer than a day. We've never had snow that actually really stick.
Right.
You know, it'd be there tonight and we wake up in the morning, it's gone. So to have this a couple of 2-3 days, it was like.
Yeah, but the news people said it was coming. That guy was on point.
They said it was coming, but they didn't. They didn't.
They did because I showed baby girl. He said it's gonna last 3 days. He said you're gonna get a first hit. It's gonna be ice, then snow, and then he said it's gonna kind of thaw out like 30 something, and then you're gonna get another shot. And we did. We got it. He was pretty on key.
I don't stay on the news like that, but he do.
Wow.
So.
And sociologist, you in Dallas, so how much warning did you guys get? And were they like, I mean, I guess the thing I'm wondering is, did they give y'all any idea that y'all might be without power? Did they tell y'all to stock up on food, stock up on water, stock up? Did they tell y'all anything?
So they told us that they're up here up north, because this is more northern Texas. But they said that the weather was coming. Initially, I would say like 5 days. They wasn't really calling it. They were like, oh, it could be hit or miss. But I would say within the 2 days prior to it hitting us, they was like, oh, we finna get like 6 to 8 inches. And, you know, there's going to be lots of wind and the temperature's going to drop like crazy. And then there may be power. They said that there may be power outages, that the what do they call it? The power grid may not be able to handle the load, basically the load demand from all of the customers trying to get so much energy through heating at the same time. Because, you know, I guess it's been since 2010 or something like that we've even had anything close to this. But it wasn't like this at all. This one was way worse. So yeah, you know, they've taken the cheap way out. A lot of times they've been pocketing each other's or you know, building each other's pockets in the way that they are used to doing. And now so many people have paid the price for it, you know, and some people, unfortunately, with their lives.
Yes, I saw that. It's the one with, and I, you know, my heart goes out to everybody who has died. But I had saw that story of the little girl and her mother who died, and then I think they said the father and the son was gonna be okay because they was up in the house. They said they were disoriented and sick, but I think they are gonna be okay. I think, unless y'all heard something otherwise. I hope they didn't pass either. But I know the little girl, the 8-year-old girl, and the mother, they die. What would you guys like to see done from here on out? Like, I know they said that they were gonna give like every household like up to $1,000 or something. But what would you guys like to see happen now and in the future? because you guys don't get snow like this. But when you do get it, you get it. And like for y'all, like see, when they told us that our power was gonna be out and they was gonna have rolling outages, we have like 14 states that's on OPPD. So they can alternate, use this grid, use that grid, you know what I mean? Up and down but you guys are sole, you're independent. It's just y'all grid that you working on. And then as far as like what y'all losing food, no power, is like the power company gonna reimburse y'all? Like there ain't no charges, but is they gonna give y'all something like credits? I mean, what do you guys want to see happen?
Well, I would certainly go ahead. I'm sorry, sweetie.
You're good. I would think that yes, definitely they do need to credit us. And although this is not something that happens to us all the time, there should still be a way that they're just definitely prepared for cases like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because anything could happen, but you just don't want to act after the fact, react. You need to, be proactive.
Yeah, I agree.
And I concur.
This is really crazy. I'm just glad. Like, I've been hitting my cousin Felicia up like every morning. How y'all doing? Do y'all got power? And it's like so hard to like figure out. Like, I was thinking, what can you even do to people? Like, how do you help? Because it's like there ain't no power down there. There ain't no stores open. You can't send food. You can't send. I mean, I don't know. And Felicia, if you need anything from me, please let me know, because I got you. If you need anything, I'm willing to do whatever, if I can send a package or send something to you. But I know a lot of people is like, dang, I wish I could help. I wish I could go down there. I even said on my show this morning or last night, I said, I just want to have my cousins come up here just till the snow is, come up here to Omaha. It's cold up here too, but we got heat. And then I was thinking, well, how the hell they gonna get up here? It's all the power's out. Ain't no gas. I mean, it's like, but I'm just really glad that you guys are. I hope it's over. I just hope it's over,
Yeah, I certainly appreciate it. But yeah, I mean.
So do y'all have power now? Do you have electricity now?
I've had my power back on fully since Wednesday night, like about 9. And then I was still kind of skeptical then, because I was like, okay, is it gonna go back out in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, what? But it stayed on the rest of the night, all day yesterday and all day today. Now my coworkers, we all work from home, thankfully, but they, a lot of them they either had power but didn't have internet service, or they had power, didn't have water. So then there's some people that didn't have either one. So thank God I wasn't one of the ones that didn't fall into that category. My water pressure had went really low, and I thought I was going to lose that, but it's still just, I mean.
Somebody said the senator flew to Cancun with his family and left the dog in the house.
Yeah, he did.
But what I caught with him trying to lie out of it is he said that his kids or his daughters or whatever wanted to spend some time with their friends, so he was taking them. Them, and he was coming back. Mm-hmm. Okay, now who's gonna do all that? Who's
taking them and coming back? What? How old are these kids? And you just gonna leave them there?
He's a liar.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That had to be like you just saying that because you done got caught. Somebody done saw you. Because by the time when they're filming him, he got on this big red, white, and blue mask. Mm-hmm. Okay, of course, look at me. But that's him coming back from Cancun. Mm-hmm. And what did you have on your way to Cancun?
Mm-hmm. He was probably trying to be all discreet, but they saw him. They saw him. Right. You just can't miss certain people. If you see them, you're like, damn, where the heck they going? And you looking up at the doggone thing and you see Cancun. Like, oh, hell no. I would have me, Felicia and Carmen, y'all know I record everything. It would have been on Facebook by night.
Well, he wasn't trying to be incognito with any of it because he saw no wrong in his actions.
Yeah, he saw
He did. He saw no wrong in what he
So
did.
he was doing. He said he thought he was doing what any do, and that's abandoning your community with your whole family.
That's not what a leader does.
Privilege. That's that privilege.
That's not what a leader does. A leader is supposed to lead for one, and if your people below you are suffering, you need to get down at the same level with them or do what you can do.
Right.
Not be like, oh, I'm hired of y'all. Let me go on up here and let me go, take care of just me and my family. And apparently it was him and his friends, him and his neighbors they took. Really?
Had it been me, I would have been trying to rally up my friends and family to find out how many people want to help me give out water, give out I know you can't cook, but give out things that, non-perishable items. Dropping boxes on every doorstep until this is over with. Had it been me.
Socks. They need socks, gloves, stuff like that.
They need gloves. They need blankets.
Macaroni and cheese.
Hit up Target. Hit up Walmart. Y'all gonna get paid from all this anyway. Y'all got insurance. Take them blankets and shit off the damn counters and off the, that's had it been me.
Yeah.
But people aren't so insensitive. I'm telling you, it'd be the most grounded people from the hood who be looking at fools like that. Like, are you serious? You just jumped on a plane and went to Cancun to sip some drinks out on the beach.
Yeah, and his wife.
DJ Clayton Bigsby, you talking about you dealing with Rush Limbaugh's passing. My message to you for that, sir. It couldn't have happened to a better person.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. Po Rush.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Po Rush.
That bigoted, pill popping, hypocritical hippopotamus. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Right, Candace. I was thinking, who leaves? Like, who just up and leaves? I could never do that.
Trump and his supporters. And Ted Cruz was one of the biggest supporters.
Right. And if anything, I'm sure he probably stays in a big old nice house. He probably has fireplaces up in there.
Exactly.
He could afford a couple of generators, he could have done anything besides what he did, because what you teaching your children to as well is to run away from your responsibility was to stay here and help them fight or help them deal with that situation. So
he learned from Trump and he's passing it down. You're not getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
He learned how to think about it. When Trump was in the office, he golfed more than he was in the White House. He played golf more than he was in the White House.
He was Tiger Woods.
He ain't no Tiger Woods.
Just call him Tiger.
I'm gonna call him Fat and Dumpy. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Oh my God.
Lumpy. You just call him a lumpy. He was just a lump. A lump of it.
He probably sucks at golf. He probably sucks at golf. Just be going out there, just be silly going out there. Shoot. But I do thank you, ladies, for coming on tonight. I know Felicia, I've been trying to reach her, but what I was telling people, I was like, this girl got homework. Like, that's what I want to ask you, the final thing, Felicia, as far as your school. They are understanding, I'm sure, as far as your homework and everything. I know you're in college. So are they like extending your assignments? Are they like how are they doing that?
They're being pretty lenient, because when I finally got on yesterday I got on and actually look at anything. There was an email that came from them that said, as far as everyone that's suffering down in Texas, blah blah, the couple other states they mentioned too, but they're saying, and they did say for the teachers to be lenient on us and extend it out, whatever, which is fine, because normally most of my assignments my discussion assignments are due on Wednesday night, and of course I couldn't do nothing. So I think I think he's going to be pretty lenient. This is my last class, so thank God, and I only got like 2 weeks left, so I think they'll be lenient.
That's good. Is Ronnie still around?
She went in her room.
That's okay. I know the baby. What is he like? I always call everybody's little youngest kid baby. That's why I still do that with my 20-year-old. Keisha and Pat's son is He's like 7. And I always be like, where the baby at? Where the baby at? Girl, if you don't quit calling him baby. I'm like, it's a habit. Always, even with her, Karma Diva, I do the same thing with her daughter.
Oh,
and
he
she
okay.
said the same thing. That girl
And that is not no baby. That is a 10-year-old adult in there.
It's just a habit I have.
I know it's
I always feel like the youngest is always the baby. But anything
But he was-
class, go ahead, Felicia.
He was confused for a little bit. Again, of course, when we get power and then we don't get power, because he'll come and he would like want to watch TV. And so I'm like, the TV's not working right now. That's all I can tell him is the TV's not working right now. And so then he goes to use the bathroom, and then I'm like, yeah, the light's not working right now. He looking like, wait a minute, I just used the bathroom a few minutes ago and the light was working. It's not working now. So
be like, Mama, did you pay the bill?
Right? Yeah, that's what I was trying to find out was how the little kids like him handle it. Like they can't watch TV, they can't, maybe get on their computers or their I know a lot of kids got the iPads and all that kind of things now.
I was gonna
That's
say
what I was gonna say. He
iPad
was fine.
phones.
He was fine because he had his iPad, and so he has those little learning games and stuff like that, and little racing games that he didn't need internet. So as long as he had that, and then he got his little Nintendo Switch, he ain't paying nobody else no attention. The fireplace was going, so he's sitting by the fireplace just chilling. I'm like, hello,
But it's good you were able to distract him a little bit.
Right.
That's so sweet. So you guys
I did want to address that. You are correct. What he did in life, we can't do anything about, and he's probably in hell looking up at us. And as my daddy says, I can't add or take away from who they were in life. But I can tell you how I felt about him in life. And he was a miserable human being. And he tried his best to make other people as miserable as him.
And we don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but I do wonder where he going. People like that, I just have to wonder where I
can't condemn
I just hope I make it to the pearly gates one day, but sometimes it just makes you wonder. I think some people on this earth just do shit and they don't care where they end up, or they don't believe they gonna end up anywhere. They just think they just gonna die, they gonna turn to dirt, and that's it. And I ain't trying to get all religious and biblical.
As that poem says, I would rather live my life like there's a God and die and find out there isn't, than to live my life as if there isn't a God and die and find out that there is.
Candace called him Toasty Roasty. Y'all mess in the chat. Yeah, he did. And y'all see my little pup. Ain't no way I would leave my dog at home. Like, why couldn't you take the dog?
Where was he gonna take? Where was he gonna put him? He seems so plain.
You can put him in the thing. You can take dogs on the plane.
He seems so plain.
Man, first of all, the next time we come to San Antonio, we bringing Rocky.
We gonna bring Rocky. Because my son already asked me that when he come up here, Mom, no, your dog's not coming here.
I'm gonna bring a kennel, and he can stay in the kennel.
What's the point? You gonna leave him in the kennel,
right?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be
a pet kennel up here.
It's gonna be in a big kennel, The last time we traveled, we had that big old kennel. We had a big old kennel.
You have probably had a lot of space.
They got a lot of space to run around. They gonna be in there all day. I'll take them outside and take them out with us in public when we go to certain places. But the last time we went down there, it was just so hot in Texas. I was like, "Ooh, child!"
And you want to be cuddled up with a furry dog, girl?
Ooh, child, girl, I ain't cuddling up with nobody. But I did say, Karma Diva. Remember, I was teasing with. Was that you? No, that was Keisha. We was talking about, because they were talking about having power. They did have some outages around us, but they didn't hit here right in the city. And my friend said, "Dang, she sick." So she's like, I can't even cuddle with my son if they turn off the heat and everything goes off. I said, well, damn, I can't cuddle with mine either because he's 20 years old, so we in the same boat. She was like, She
Right,
said,
my
girl,
18-year-old,
she
he
said,
might,
let me
he
have a
don't even really
20-year-old.
hug
We
me.
gonna be cuddling. We gonna be cutting like we stranded somewhere out in the woods or somewhere in the winter. She said, you gotta get the body heat. I don't care how old them kids is. I'm like, that boy is not about to get in my bed. He like, mama.
I know my 18-year-old, he barely hugged me. He may come in the room and like pat my arm or pat me on the head. I'm like, dude, I ain't no damn dog.
This boy over here, he
He
always
just
be
pat me.
hugging me out the blue, kissing me out the blue. I'm like, what the hell you want?
No.
Hey, I can't
Now
just
my
hug you,
10-year-old,
give you a kiss.
now my 10-year-old with all her emotions and hormones, she trying to act all standoffish, and I'm like, that ain't gonna work for me. Good over here and give me a hug.
Yep,
We not
Candace
gonna be
said,
one
yeah.
of them families.
Yep, Candace said, yeah, just pay a fee. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is pay a fee. You know, and if they do your dog like they did on Soul Plane, hey, Kevin Hart got rich. Too. He bought a whole plane, had Snoop Dogg up there and everything. Flying the plane till he passed out from the weed, but you know, it was all good until then.
He passed out from the mushrooms. That's what he passed
Yeah,
out
those
from.
shrooms. But
That
is
movie.
there any last minute things you ladies want to say from Texas?
I enjoyed the discussion.
Well,
Yes, thank you
we
for
were
letting me be a
happy
part
you
of
were
this.
able to join us. We were happy you were able to join us and give us a better insight into what's actually going on. You know, I pray for you guys. I pray that you all are restored and that you all made it through. You know, we talk about 2020 and how bad it was, but we all have to think we are survivors. We withstood everything that last year threw at us, and you're still standing. You're still standing tall right now. So we have to be thankful for that. And
Didn't they play
we
that
have
song on Soul Plane? I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it.
yeah.
Oh. I'm
They played that.
just saying.
Yeah, they played that.
We
But
survived.
we
But
have
yeah,
to,
that is true.
by the grace of God, we are all still here. We've made it. And you know, we just have to make sure that we are looking out for one another, because right now the devil is busy and he's using divisiveness, he's using politics to tear us apart. But we need to be smarter and stronger than that and know that we need each other. And we need to help one another.
That's it.
That's very true.
So, but
Yep.
that's
And
all I
thank you,
want to say.
ladies.
I'm done preaching.
And thank you, ladies. I appreciate both of you coming on. Felicia been on here before, but this is your first time actually jumping on the screen with us. But I would like to invite you on again. But next time, and just let me know when, we want you to come on here and tell us about your platform, because we want to help you build up your channel, because I know you are one of the newer YouTubers over, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that us YouTubers have to do is support each other, shout each other out, things like that. So I would like you to one day, grace our platform again with your presence, and just let people know, let some of our, supporters know what you're about, so they could, it's one thing to say go to somebody's channel, and some people just get on here and they just talk about whatever, but I think you focus on a lot of different things, on your channel. So just let me know what time, because we would love to have you come on for that.
I would be honored. I appreciate that.
No problem. It would be an honor to have you on here. And I think that's about it then, you ladies. We've been on here almost 3 hours. I try not to go over 3 hours. Yes. Time flies when you're having fun, y'all.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yep. Buffy, give the baby a kiss for me. Cam, I don't know if he wants to come down there with me this summer, because he showed and act like he was including me. He said,
it's not about him.
You was not included in them plans.
No, not at all.
He talking about he going to Worlds of Fun this year with his girlfriend this summer. I said, I'm coming too. I don't care what y'all do, but I'm going shopping. Y'all can go to the rides. I'm going shopping. Y'all can even have your own hotel room. Sure.
That's what they plan was.
Thank you. But I want to go. Let me leave be at home with the
You
dogs.
ain't under, she's not understanding. This did not include her.
It sure didn't, because that's what I felt too. He was like, I'm planning on making a trip down there. Oh, okay, you
Not
are?
we.
Yeah, he didn't say
Not
nothing about
we.
me. Nothing about me. A fee every time I plan a trip and I pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I include all they butts.
Exactly. Yeah. But now the tables on turn.
He
But
said, "You ain't got no
anywho,
money for you,
Miranda
mama. You
said,
ain't got no money for you."
people in the chat is giving y'all prayers. They shouting out prayers to you guys. Candace Barnes said, y'all stay safe and y'all my prayers. Miranda says, stay safe, guys, sending prayers. And she did say she got a big old 5-bedroom house. If anybody needs to get away, she's in Florida.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
She said,
Thank
"Hey,
you all.
just
Thank
get
you all.
here. All you gotta do is
Yes,
just get here."
Miranda. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. But all right, y'all, on that note, we're going to get out of here. We're going to bounce out. Thanks for everybody who tuned in and held it down with us for 3 hours. Thanks for everybody who jumped on the live screen with us and chit chat about different topics and everything. Keep praying for those in Texas, because a lot of people lost their lives and a lot of people lost food and, you know, all kind of other things like that. So yeah, keep them in your prayers, that they, things turn around, and hopefully in the future they have other measures, you know, to deal with situations
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
But everybody, yes, stay safe,
And
be
thank you,
blessed,
everybody
remain
in the
vigilant.
chat.
That's right, chat. Shout out to the chat. The chat was clowning tonight on Rush.
Right.
And Rush, the president. They was talking about all the candidates, all the political figures in the chat tonight.
Hey, get
But
'em.
yeah. But
In the
yeah, make sure
meantime, in
everybody
between time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep it hood.
keep it hood.
Love it. Good night,
All right.
y'all.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, good
Good
night. Love you,
night.
lady.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Karma Diva.
Peace out, babes.
All right, love you, boo.
Love you more.